Hi, I'm Jacob. So if you're watching this, you're planning on having a photo booth. You've come to the right place. Now, all you need for a photo booth is an iPad and an external camera. You don't even need the external camera because the iPad has a camera, but this topic of this video is external cameras. So with the latest update to Guestbook Go 6.1, the software I'm using, I can use external cameras. Now, you need a USB-C connector on the iPad for that to work. All new iPads have it, so you might just have it too. USB-C connector, that's a hardware limit, and an external camera. Now, regarding the external cameras, you have a few choices. I have like a traditional SLR. It's mirrorless, but you know what I mean. And this has a cable that I can just plug into here and it's going to work. What's needed for the external camera is support for UVC or USB video class, which means it's like a webcam mode. It's going to stream video. Now, if you have a pricey digital camera, it probably has that mode. If you have a webcam, it definitely does. If you have an action camera, it also just might have webcam mode if it's a good action camera, like some kind of GoPro or Osmo. I have an old webcam here. This is really old. This is a VGA resolution, 640 by 480. So you don't want to use this, but it might even be pre-USB 2.0, I don't know. But this works. I plug it in and it works because it has that mode. So depending on the camera, you might want to set it up in different ways. You might have a tripod for the camera, like I do here. You might have a webcam that's attached somehow, like to the iPad or something, or depends on your setup, of course. And if you really want to go for the big one, you can get these boxes where inside you can mount the camera, you can mount the iPad, and it looks like a perfect photo booth. So if you're a professional, I do recommend that approach. And you can mount the iPad in either direction. It doesn't matter because it's going to work in either direction. Same goes for the external camera, of course. You're going to tell the software here what orientation you have on the external camera, so it's going to be appropriate on this device. So that is cameras. Now I'm going to show you how this works. So this is Guestbook Go. I just woke it up because it was in like guest idle mode. Now this software is made to run itself during an event. It could be just used for photo booth. I've set it up that way now. It's just a photo booth button here. You can also have video message and scribble, so depending on your needs. So it's going to take care of everything for you. It's always going to go back to the main screen, like this screen. And if you want to, it's going to go to the idle screen. Another thing to note about the iPad itself is that I've started event mode in my app here, which is going to keep it on. It's not going to go to sleep. And that's really important, of course. But to disable the buttons and the controls, like Control Center here, I don't want that to happen if I have an event. So you enter guided access mode. Now you first set this up in settings, and then you have like Touch ID or a code, so you can start guided access on your device. I'm just going to do that right here. So I triple tap on this button here, press guided access, and now it's in guided access mode. I can't do anything. I can't press this button, nothing happens. I can't get Control Center. That's just what you want. So let's plug in the camera, shall we? So I got photo booth here. This is the internal camera showing on me. I'm just going to plug it into one of these here. I'm going to talk about this thing in a second. And it's going to switch to my external camera. That's how easy it is. The default is the level mode. I'm just going to wake this thing up. The default is the level mode. I've turned it off. I turned it off. There we go. Now the camera's on. And there's me. Better picture quality than the internal camera for sure. So this works very well because this has the UVC class. So the video streaming function, how does that work? Well, this thing is This thing is outputting full HD video to the iPad. So the iPad is just reading this stream, and if I take a picture, it's just going to capture one of those pictures. Same thing for the webcam and other types of cameras. Now, full HD might sound like a little, but it's enough to get good quality pictures, great quality pictures, actually, because of the optics. Great quality pictures. So that's all you need. But you do want full HD, 1080 by 1920. You don't want the regular HD like 720. That's not enough, really. You should have full HD. And so let's just try taking some pictures here. I can see myself. I just press the go button here, and it's going to tell me to get ready. Okay, let's get into frame here. And it's going to count down, look into the camera. Good prompt. There we go. Look into the camera again. And I can tell the software to show the last picture taken, so you can have the quick review, which can be helpful. Now it's not set up, this is highly customizable, this software, Guestbook Go. And in case you didn't figure it out, it's my software. So I can choose not to review the pictures. Now nothing is stored until I accept the pictures. I think that's a good thing. So I can choose to take one or all 4 pictures. And you can set it up so, do you want folks to take 1 picture or 4 pictures? Do you want them to be able to add a label? Yeah. After I've chosen this, I can add a label here. Sure. Great party. There we go. Autocorrection is disabled in the software. And so now we have the result. I got a montage with my 4 pictures, and I got my label and the title of the event. And that is saved to memory in your Photos library. So that's how the software works. Goes back to the start screen, and pretty simple. Yeah, I briefly mentioned the orientation. Let's just demo that. So I have photo booth here, and I can just turn it around, and now I have it standing. I've seen many of these photo booth boxes have the portrait orientation. Now, even in this orientation, it's going to show me the correct external camera here, and I can just go back to the level, to having a level. Now, let's talk about this splitter here, because I want power to these things. I want power to the camera. This has an internal battery, so this thing needs power. This battery is going to run out in less than an hour. And if you have a camera like this, you do need a dummy battery and plug that into an AC adapter into the outlet. So a dummy battery is what you're going to need to plug it in. If you have a webcam, that's going to be powered through the USB connection to the iPad. So then you're fine. If you have an action camera, it might also be powered by the USB connection. But in either case, you're going to want to tell this camera's asked me, what do you want to use, USB mode, video mode, like webcam mode, or data transfer? And you choose webcam mode. So to get power to the iPad, I have one USB in the iPad. So this one is the camera, and this one here is the power. So I can provide additional power with either a battery pack or a USB charger and plug it in here. This splitter has one input for power delivery and the other for data, USB data. If you don't have a splitter like this, you just look for USB PD for power delivery. If you don't have a splitter like this, you might have one of these, just a regular dongle, but the dongle needs the USB-C out, and it needs one of the inputs to be USB power delivery. Now that's a USB-C thing, so it's going to be a USB-C port, power delivery. So look for that, and then you should be good to go. Just plug in power. So whatever you do, you really need to test your setup. It's really important. Test, set it all up, and start it like you would on the real event, and just try it out and see the results and make sure it's fine. You can also use the video message feature, where people can just say congratulatory messages. you can use that and the photo booth feature. You can choose which features you want to have on your event. And it's going to show like an additional button here on the start menu. If you have a video message, you might not want the internal audio from the camera here. And then you perhaps want a microphone connected into the system. And you're going to have to connect that microphone into the external camera. Cameras like this have a microphone input, so you plug it in there, then you can put your microphone where it's appropriate, and it's going to feed the video stream into the iPad. If you're not using external cameras and you just have the internal camera, then you can just plug the external microphone directly into the iPad, and it's going to pick that up. So that's the external microphone. I think I've covered everything, but down below in the description, I'm going to have like a walkthrough, all the points you need to think about. And if I forget something, I'm going to add it there. So with that, if you do try this, I wish you good luck with your event. If you have any questions, write it down in the comments. And, well, good luck. Have fun. Thanks for watching.